kick it off and get this game started. From inside the 15, here's the return. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate.
Wide open space. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Now facing a 3rd and long. He might want another play. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. He's looking downfield to throw. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. And here comes the punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. This punt will be down just inside the 40-yard line. So Boston College's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And David, they've got a tight end who might not be a superstar, but he always seems to be in the right place, always ready to be a safety valve for this quarterback.
No, and this guy dictates to the defense. It's so nice to be able to move him around. He's the chess piece. He's the playmaker on offense that can do a lot of things. And if they're going to be successful, the big tight end's going to be the reason why.
And he's a very reliable target, too. We've seen him make some really tough catches and some big moments for this offense. He's going to have to do that in this game today. The defense is keying on him. They know that's where the quarterback's eyes are going to be going early and often in this game, so the tight end's got to step up.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Golden Eagles come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll try to get it through the air. Takes a hit as he fires.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Punt is on its way. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. Now this offense is back on the field. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Few things on offense as reliable as a tough power back as he plows his way ahead to the 33. After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-load, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we'd have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Fires to the tight end. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Listen, nice completion, short gain. Now you get to 3rd down. 3rd down's more manageable. But guess what? If I don't get it on 3rd down, I still got that 4th down in my pocket. Nowadays, analytics, we're going for it anyways.
We're already in the 1st quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
These specialists and these return specialists, they got speed for days. But you better hang on to the football. I know you want to make big plays, those splash plays that can change games, but you better secure the football first.
Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Got his man quickly. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. He's got an open man. It's a running room. Defense makes a stop, but move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. With the run on 1st and goal. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And this is always tough. You drive the ball all the way down the field, have so much success, and then put that thing in reverse. The last 2 plays, this offense got to get there.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
How about the defense coming through when you needed it the most? They got some... Had some success on this drive. 2nd and goal, sack. 3rd and goal, sack. Nice job by the defense, sticking with it, coming through in the clutch.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. This try will come from the left hash, and he'll try to curl it in from 38. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the 1st quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the 2nd. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. This try will come from the left hash, and he'll try to curl it in from 38. Kick is short, and he's going to try to make something happen.
And I love that the field goal block unit was prepared. They had a guy back deep. It's a long field goal. And, Jesse, how about making a play as a field goal kick team, basically a kickoff team, going and making a tackle?
Yeah, they were saying, we're not doing kick six. This isn't Auburn, Alabama back in the day. And the big fellas up front, it's the offensive linemen that have to get out there and make a tackle. You're right, that was impressive.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Incomplete. And he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back.
And that's why these guys played defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily have been a catch. Come on, man. You got to catch that and make that a pick.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There's a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for room. It's Frazier. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line. Being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And how about that on 3rd and long? I think everybody in this place thinking pass, right? Drop back and play pass. Well, who has the quarterback? Like, a lot of times in these man-to-man, 3rd down and long situations. No.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in a rhythm somehow. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really, the only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football over.
Slithers into space. Not a lot there. Picks up 1 inside the 20 to the 19.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. The holder will spot it about 35 yards out. Kick comes up a little short, and now he's thinking kick 6. He's loose. The 50. He's inside the 40. Past the 20. Lean for the wire. Touchdown.
That is an incredible job on the return, and this is the one thing you're worried about when you try a long field goal. You've got a lot of big bodies out on the field, and if they decide to return it, you're not going to be able to make tackles in the open field, and you saw it happen right there. What a turn of events. Missed kick taken to the house.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. USC has the lead right now, but kind of fittingly, the men of Troy have been in a battle today and just haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 7 over Fresno State. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Works the middle. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The Golden Eagles with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Trying play action. On the move, he fires. Working that left side. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So we got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around to make it an easy pass and catch.
And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at 35.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in the hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Complete and looking for enough for the 1st down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives live? Right there, tackling the catch, you gave it the completion, whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long, you're going to get the ball back, go get some water and celebrate.
Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Quarterback making adjustments. They'll move the tight end. He'll start this drive firing. Sends it downfield. And this is hauled in at the 20-yard line.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line and a big red zone opportunity here. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Fires into the end zone. Got it. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business. And goal. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. The offense knocking on the door. 1st and goal. They'll try the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. They believe in their running game on 3rd and goal here. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. They could make this a 2-possession game with a field goal, but they want to put a little distance, a little cushion to their lead. They'll go for it on 4th down. Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. It's caught. That's a
That's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas, try to make this a two-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. And the Golden Eagles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Got him downfield. Turning on the Jets. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. To the air on first down. Pocket breaking down. Got rid of it just in time. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Looks as if he's going to run it. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes one deep. And it's incomplete as he tried to thread that needle to the back corner of the end zone. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Looking for more room. The 20. He's run out of bounds after the pick. Clock shows 0, and that's how we'll end the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And this second half will likely come down to which offense can figure something, anything out. Take some chances. Get creative. Both offensive coordinators had full heads of hair at the start of this game. But right now, they look like cue balls after one frustrating first half. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. We're just about ready to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Going right to work up top. Throws to the wideout. Hauls it in. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Give to the running back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The RPO, fire complete to the left. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Going deep. He's got it. He got a foot down along that left sideline, you know what it takes to make a throw like that.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
There's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. You just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
Makes the grab. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 16.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy, but tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
Perfect timing to call that pass plays. 3rd and short down here in the red zone. Everybody in the stadium expecting you to run the football, and if you don't get it, maybe you kick a field goal, maybe you go for it on 4th. You don't have to worry about that now because of the pass completion. It's 1st and goal.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Barrels ahead. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays to the passing game.
Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. And he's gonna score. Touchdown, Boston College!
Well, I know it's early this season, but it's obvious already. This guy is a major weapon in this offense. Had 2 touchdowns in his first game. He's now on the board right now. What a difference maker and a playmaker he's going to be this season for this offense.
And the extra point is good. On the move from inside his own 20. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. That lead has been sliced to 7, and now they'll try to put something together here. They'll run it. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
They push it out to the 39 after picking up 5. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
The offense sets up shop at the 46 on 1st down. They'll give it to the back. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Leaves it with the back. Gets it past the marker. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up here.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Now this defense could really use a stop on third down as the offense has had its way. Fires to the big fella. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Out of the gun, they give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
Third down has been right in the wheelhouse on this drive. They've already converted a couple of times, but they need a deep shot for the end zone. And it's caught for the touchdown.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There were a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a two-possession lead.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Texas Tech is showing little remorse for its opponent today. Feels like ever since they arrived at the stadium, that Red Raiders offense has been a buzzsaw. They're up by 24 over the Rebels. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Using his legs, it's Frazier. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Need 10 yards on this third down, and they're backed up inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. Boston College will send out the punt team. A low line drive and not his best work. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Here comes the offense onto the field again. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dances away. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Well, they tried the play fake, but it fooled absolutely nobody.
And that's the problem with play-action pass, Reese, is that it takes time to develop. The quarterback's got to fake the handoff and receive.
Trying to beat the D deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. They bring the punter onto the field now. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They'll run it from the gun. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Traore. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming in.
He's going to throw deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. Trying to keep the drive alive. It's a seam wide open. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Well, there you're seeing the mentality of this head coach in the game, going for it on 4th down. A lot of guys would have tried to kick a field goal, but I think this guy knows, hey, we're not going to win this game putting threes up on the board. We need touchdowns. Nice attitude.
Steps away to find some room. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this up.
Grabs it inside the 10. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Boston College putting together a very efficient drive. Motion from the wideout. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Hauls it in, and he will take it in. Touchdown, Boston College. Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. That drive covered 62 yards for the touchdown. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Gets it all the way out to the 33 before he stopped. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They think there's room to run to the right here. There he goes. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game. Now it's a first down from the 43-yard line. On the run, it's Woodhead. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
He'll run it again. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
The give to the left. Running into the open space. Oh, he's got some space. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
Well, it took everything on defense to just get that guy down on the 1-yard line. He is a monster there.
And if this offense, Jesse, is going to keep doing that, you better bring in reinforcements on that defensive line. Get some big boys, because they're about to punch this thing in the end zone.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. Typically, you only see this at the end of the game or end of a half. I'm not really sure why we're getting an early peek at victory formation.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving, even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
They'll immediately call timeout. Offense gets set for 2nd down. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down. These last 2 plays have just made you go, what are you doing? 3rd and goal, a chance to set it right. Quarterback takes a knee, and they'll start this new season with a victory. The old coaching cliche, go 1-0 every week, and for the first week, they get it done.
That great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season, but 1-0, that's where you want it to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game. We definitely made a few mistakes, but that's what practice is for. But if you're the coaching staff, I think you're very, very positive right now moving forward.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.